All right. We are live. Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
uh, Josh, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I understand it is your first
Yeah,
podcast.
this is cool. This is new to me. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Like the behind the scenes, because I see like the video aspect usually when I tune into podcasts. This is cool. Like I see everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny. Cuz now that you said that, I realized that, you know, the stuff that I have going on is kind of a lot. But, I know for bigger productions or just with all the information that I see on the YouTube and all that, their setups are a lot more expensive, um, high budgets,
Yeah.
and
Imagine.
a lot of people involved. For this one, you don't have any of that. It's low budget and a few things are, have to be a little bit higher on the price, but just to get that sort of effect, because I don't have the people to work with. Um, but hey, look, I'm glad to have you here, man. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for making the time.
Yes, sir.
I know you're a busy man and you got a lot going on.
Yeah, sometimes too much, but hey,
Yeah.
it's cool.
So tell me a few things that you got going on currently in your life right now.
Cool. Well, I'm working full time. You know that.
Yeah.
This whole COVID thing set me back, but I'm actually a nursing major. I got one more class, and then I'm able to transfer to a nursing school, hopefully, and then see how that goes. But other than that, man, that's really what I got going right now.
Wow, dude. It's pretty interesting, man. For me, I would feel like I have too much going on if that was me, and I probably wouldn't be able to do all that. But out of all those things, how do you manage to get all that done? I mean, that's a lot, man. On top of work.
Yeah, man. So luckily, my job, ever since, I don't know, I feel like almost 2 years ago, I asked for Mondays and Wednesdays off.
Mm-hmm.
So just for school, so you know how college it's like Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday classes.
Yeah.
So I made sure I got Monday, Wednesday classes, on my days off, and that way I'm literally busy 24/7 every single week, every single day of the week, and that's how I do it. And then as soon as I get off work, I just start studying until I go to sleep super early because I work really early.
Damn.
I just keep the cycle going.
Gosh, man.
Yeah, I would have never thought. Like, if you asked me, like, what I'm going to be doing in a couple years back, I would not think I would be doing what I'm doing now.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Dang. And how old are you?
21.
21?
I turned 21 in August.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
look, yeah, you also have the energy for that too.
Yeah, that's what everyone
Gosh.
tells me. Like, all my classmates, they'd be like, how old are you? I'm 21. Oh, you're such a baby. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to hurry up, get a career started so I can buy a house.
That's good, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
good. You're on the right track.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
That's the plan. It'll all come, and being patient, you're playing the long game, but it's a lot of work though. The long game is nothing short of a lot of work. Uh, I honestly, I never been to college. I never did. So I've just been out in the free world, man, just, doing the same thing that you're seeing, just work. I don't know how I could fit college in my schedule. I really don't, especially, with the kids and stuff, but that's a lot, dude. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you can compare having to do all of that to also having kids.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Kids
Maybe-
is next level.
I don't know,
think
man.
so. From the outside in, I think kids is next level because you got time, attention. You got to feed the kids. See, I don't have kids, so I don't really know what you got to do. But just looking from the outside in, I think like that's a whole different bracket of difficulty.
Yeah, in a few aspects, yeah. But like if you have a community, that also helps out
True.
a lot. So yeah, if you, it's just balancing really. Like I'm sure, like with all the stuff you got going on, you find a balance in between there, and you're able to get all of that stuff done. Because I mean, look, you work early in the morning.
Yeah, man, 4 a.m.
Yeah, dude. Like I'll be catching you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You
sir.
be over there already pushing.
Bro,
doing work,
I
sweating.
be yelling at 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. What's up with that?
Bro, I don't know. I'm just like full of energy, no matter what time of day it is.
You have ADHD? You ever?
No, I've
diagnosed?
Never been, I've never been tested, but like I just do it just to wake up those around me. I mean,
Hmm.
I like it because, like, if you think about it, there's not another me at work.
You're right. Yeah.
Like my coworkers be like, bro, when you're not here, we don't even talk to each other. Like in my department.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, I'm like, man, y'all hella boring, man. Like, why just talk to each other? Like,
You're the link.
yeah, we're gonna work no matter what. So like, might as well make it fun.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, 4 to 12, and then I go to sleep by 7 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, my friends they be trying to do stuff. I'm like, cool. Like I can do whatever y'all want. I'm off at 12:30, but I'm gonna sleep at 7. So as long as we're done by like 6:30, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's why usually I don't even see my friends that much because our schedules rarely line up. Or like
Hmm.
if they want to hang out, I'll take a nap right when I get off work.
Hmm.
That way it makes up for time later on.
Ah, I see. So you
Yeah.
can stay out a little
Hmm.
later.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, and then you got a fiance,
Yeah, just proposed February.
dude. Congratulations,
Appreciate you.
man. Congrats,
Appreciate
man.
you.
That look. Oh, that's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
I make that work by I have to work on Sundays.
Uh huh.
It's her day. I go home, shower, go see her, and then it's 24. My time is 100% hers when I'm with her. That's what I
Dude.
do. That's how I mean, I try.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I just people call me like all my friends. They'd be like, "Oh, let's hang out Sunday." I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. I don't exist. I don't exist Sundays. I got work and
Oh man.
yeah,
You know, it's funny that brings up something I mentioned the other day with someone else. Um, it's like once you take your relationship to the next level, it's like all of a sudden the people that you're friends with, all of a sudden they start acting a little bit different. Like, oh, you don't have time for us anymore, and you always got stuff to do. You're running around. Now that you've been with that person, it's like that's the main thing in your
mm,
life. There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
mm,
You're literally adding more value to your life,
exactly,
and you're investing that time into a person that you see yourself with for the long run,
exactly. That's
you
the way
know.
to make it. Just
Yeah.
find a
Yeah.
good support system
Yeah.
and just build with that person, man.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Mhm.
You I mean, there's other ways to be successful, but that's the route I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
I think that one that's a
Yeah.
good route.
Yeah. I feel like if you want to be successful in anything you're doing, you have to be successful in your relationships with people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to burn any bridges for sure.
100%.
And also, like, if the people you're hanging with, if they feel funny about, you taking your life to the next level, um, it's not your fault, and if you have to cut the weeds out, the grass out the lawn, then you're gonna have to do it,
Mm-hmm.
because they should be supportive of that in
Hell
the
yeah.
first place, and a lot of people aren't too supportive
Mm-hmm.
of a lot of things, and they won't say it, but you'll know it by
Mm-hmm.
how they act.
Yep.
Um, I have that happen. Like when I got married, all the people, I'm not gonna name drop or do all that stuff, but anyways, like I realized when I got married, I I found out very quickly who's really there to support my relationship, the family that I've made, and uh, the hard work that I put in for so many years. And I found out that some people, they don't really care about that like you might care for them, and so and I had to accept that. It was weird. It was a big learning lesson. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, look, I put my love out there on display. I got married in front of all the people that I care about. And then what I got in return back, was people who actually cared for me because they saw how much, I love this woman and this is who I'm dedicated to, like
That's dope.
she's got the key to my heart,
Mm-hmm.
and some people felt some sort of way about that, and some people they just, oh well, he's married now,
R.I.P.
adios.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some people
it's
be
like he
like,
died. Yeah,
uh-huh.
R.I.P. Yeah, dude. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, he died, man. We can't see him no more.
Nah,
No more time.
that's not true though. It's just
Yeah,
all about effort.
exactly. He ain't got no more money. He's broke all it. Look, man, look. Money comes, money goes,
Mm-hmm.
and
100%.
I just don't want to sleep alone at night. I want to come home to someone and, you know, it's just that, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And go through life together, that's what you're on. You know, that's the path that you're on.
Exactly. Hopefully, that's the next step.
Yeah. If people really care about you, you'll see it. You know,
Exactly.
you'll know it because when you take that more serious, people either take you more serious or they don't.
Mm,
You know, and it's just like, you know, and you can't change people's minds,
a hundred
but
percent.
you know, you see who who really who really allows you to be who you are and who you're trying to be. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like some people, you're changing up too quickly for them because they got a certain idea of you in
Mm-hmm.
their head or what you.
You're supposed to change.
Yeah, you're
Can't
supposed
you
to,
can't
man.
stay the same. Like
Yeah, you're right.
me 3 years ago is not me now.
All right, what was you 3 years ago? What was that?
3 years ago. So I was 18, right? So I had just started college
Mm-hmm.
and I was a business major. Like I just went into college just because, right? Just to like not make my mom sad, right? Because I'm the second. I was her second child, right? My brother was already at Sac State. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go to college. That way my mom doesn't feel like I'm just like super lazy or whatever. Because in the Mexican community, like if you don't go to college, like they just automatically be like, oh, he's probably not gonna go. If you don't go right away, they're like, oh, he's probably not gonna go. Probably just gonna get a job, get comfortable, yada yada. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to college. That way I don't hear that convo.
Yeah.
And then I was there, and then I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. And then I would meet new people, and then I think it was just like the professors I took. They were super cool, and then like I took a sociology class my first semester there, and that just I looked at everything different. I was like, oh damn. And the professor I had, he was hecka cool. Like he would tell it as it is, everything, right? So I was like, oh cool, that's actually kind of cool. So next semester came around, same thing. I was like, damn, it's actually kind of cool. And then one of the professors I had the first semester, I took him for a class in the second semester, and then he just kept like elevating. I was like, dang, he's the one that taught me about credit, a professor, over my parents, over anyone in high school. I was like, damn, like all right, I'm gonna go get a credit card today, and I
Mm.
did, like super small limit, but that's how you get started.
Yeah, yeah.
But before that, I didn't know about credit, and then he's actually the same professor told me about his friend that was a nursing major, that was a nurse in Sacramento, making six figures easy at 24 years old, and I was like, wait, what?
Dang.
I was like, at the time, I don't even think I was working. It was right before I started working at Sam's, and I was
Okay.
like, what, six figures as a nurse? And I was like, I think I have the personality for that. Let me try and go for it. And I looked at all the requirements to be a nurse, and I remember sitting down like, what the heck, do I even want to do this? And then I was like, why not? Like Russell Westbrook, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah.
then I just that same second semester, I started enrolling for like chems and all these other nursing requirements, and dang, it was tough, but I'm almost done with that. I'm almost at the halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Dope.
And then you're here today
Yes.
talking to someone who hasn't been in college
Hey,
with no experience there
hey,
whatsoever,
hey, nothing wrong with that.
educating a monkey basically.
Nah. I always tell my friends
Wow.
like I have like half of my friends they either dropped out or just never went, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like there's nothing wrong with that. Like college ain't for everybody. Like the only reason I succeeded because I asked heck of questions. I asked so many questions. I bother everybody. I learned the system. Once you learn the system, it's just like a maze. Once you
Wow.
know how the maze works, like you can get through it.
Wow. Like the Matrix, you know?
I've never seen the Matrix.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
never seen it. I was born in '99, so anything before that, I don't really.
Oh man.
Yeah,
See, I'm 95,
'95. Okay.
but man, yeah, growing up, the Matrix was, oh man, that was it. It slowed like I don't want to spoil it for you, but when you have time, definitely just watch it cuz you'll pull something out from it and
Cool.
it'll make you think a little bit different. I know you're trying to elevate yourself and that will be something uh in a different aspect, obviously. It'll just make you look at things like, oh, that's how certain
Dope.
a few things work a little bit differently in that realm, but
Mhm.
what I could pull this and that from there. Um,
Heck yeah, that's what I do 24/7. I'm like, all
yeah,
right. Oh, he did what? All right, let me use
uh,
that over here, see if it works, and then
yeah,
it'll work. And I'm like, what?
yeah,
I
yeah,
just add to my portfolio.
yeah. All I'm gonna say, red pill, blue pill. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, what song was it? It was like, I think it was a Polo G song. He was like, red pill, like in the Matrix.
Yeah,
I don't know what the red pill does,
yeah. You
but
like Polo G, man? Look, check out what he talking about.
yeah,
Look,
Polo G, man, he's top two when it comes to lyrics, to bars, man. That dude is going up. I think he's just been in the game for like 2, 3 years. He's in my top 5 personally.
Okay. Um, you're a music head
A little bit, just recently,
recently.
just within the last couple of years, I started getting into music.
Okay. So what got you into recent music that you've been listening to?
All right, so it started off like senior year. All I would listen to was Drake, right?
Oh
That's
man,
it.
you sound like me right now.
That's it.
Jesus.
That's it. Just Drake. Like you can play 2 seconds of a song and I'll tell you what album it's from, what song it is, everything, right? And then I think I heard the song "Drowning" by A Boogie,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started listening to A Boogie, and then for a moment it was just A Boogie, and then I think I can't remember. Oh, J Cole. I would listen to J Cole in between them two,
Yeah.
but that's about it. And then I don't remember what it was. I don't know if it was Roddy Ricch or what, but I just started listening to all these new people. It was Lil TJ, Roddy Ricch, Polo G, Rod Wave. Most recently, Rod Wave is hecka cool, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He's released an album.
I gotta check him out,
Yeah,
man.
he's really
I
cool.
seen him on Spotify, but I just,
He speaks from the heart, man. He sings from the heart. It's pretty dope. Who else do I listen to? Oh, Lil Baby. He goes crazy. He's in my top 5.
Yeah, he's good.
But yeah, I think it was A Boogie because A Boogie does a lot of features. Like he has so many features out with a bunch of people.
Yeah, I
So-
realized that. And you know, it's funny. I didn't even listen to A Boogie. I heard him through someone else on a feature. Like, yeah, I don't remember what song it was, but like A Boogie was just everywhere. So he featured with this artist, that artist. Yeah, it's just weird for me. Like, I've listened to all of the music, or maybe not some of the ones you've listened to recently, but for me, I feel like they almost all sound the same now because
think
there's
so?
this new sound that they have, and they took that new sound and they're just delivering however they deliver. Like, they sound similar, but the delivery is a little bit different. And that's like the little critique I would make on that. And I'm not them, but of course people have their own style, but they're on like a new wave of how the sound sounds. And I know they're using something new, either some new plug-in or some new some hardware or software, something new that they're doing that has this cool, like, edgy, like, sound to it. I'm not too sure, man, but like, now these rappers are singing.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? When did, like, there's a big change. I remember when rappers were rapping, singers were singers. Like, remember when, for example, do you remember when Chris Brown was just a singer and dancer?
Yeah.
Now you got him rapping and stuff, but now he's still doing the singing too. He's doing the singing, but he's doing a little bit more rapping now.
I personally like that. Like I think
I do
diversity.
too. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, I think that's harder to do actually,
100%.
because with the new plugins and software, it's actually easier to sing. You just by talking like your regular voice, but to actually come up with lyrics and to deliver them at a fast pace you don't get bored from is actually harder than singing.
100%. The people who do that best, in my opinion, are Drake, A Boogie, and Polo G. Them two could, all three of them can rap and
Cutthroat.
sing.
They need to all just jump in on a track. Oh my.
The reason A Boogie got his start is because I think Drake helped him perform at Madison Square Garden when he was like just beginning, and like ever since then, all A Boogie fans been waiting for a song with them. Hasn't happened yet,
Really?
man. But yeah, anyways, them three, they can sing and rap in the same song, and it'll flow.
Man, yeah, no, you're right. I've always been a Drake fan. I'm not gonna lie. There were some songs I just didn't like. They're a little bit too slow for me. But when I got older, I actually liked some of those slower songs more. Like, for example, like when Marvin's Room came out, dude, I did not like it.
No?
It was too slow for me. Like, I don't know, I was on some little wheezy music, a Millie. But when I got older, I think it was like 2 or 3 years later, I'm like, oh, let's slap Marvin's Room. I'm going back in time. When you hit that playlist, you just go back in time. It takes you like 2000s or whatever.
You're like, what the heck? Let me go to this old place.
Yeah.
It's like, oh dang.
Oh, that song. Oh, that song. I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Those are pretty cool rabbit holes to go down into, old music. It's like a timestamp of a different time. Speaking about different times, you said 3 years ago you were a different person, or at least mentally you were a different person.
Man, mentally 100%. Yeah, I don't think I had a job at that point.
You didn't have a job.
I had one car. It was V8, right? I don't even remember how I paid for gas.
Whoa.
To be honest with you.
You had a V8. Was it a Corvette?
No, it was a Mustang.
You had a Mustang.
It was an '05 Mustang. I still have it in my backyard, but it's broken.
Oh,
I don't. I think that summer before I did work at a car wash. I think I just saved my money, and
okay.
then I was just like, all right, well, this is what I got to work with for until I get another job.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to work because I just started school,
Yeah.
and I was actually started off really good. Like in high school, I was like a 2.8 average student, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just above the average. And then college, it just flipped. Like I got straight A's, couple B's. It was weird. Like my whole life just switched once I entered college. I was like, what the heck? Like I wasn't this social how I am now. Nah, I mean I was
Mm-hmm.
friends with everybody, but I wasn't like how I'm like how you see me at work. I just be talking to everybody
Yeah.
and their mama, like everybody I talk to, and I'm cool with everybody.
uh,
Yeah, man, it's pretty dope. But yeah, anyways, I
wow.
had no job. I was just like at college just to be like, all right, let's see how it goes. Like basically a whole bunch of people do at community college. Like, all right, let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then with cool professors, couple cool teachers, classes, I was like, I started realizing how remember how I told you once you learn a system,
Yeah.
I started learning the system of life, and I was like, oh shit.
What is the system of life? I want
Uh,
to know because some
mhm,
people who are listening probably are you 3 years ago
mhm.
and would like to have the blueprint.
Cool.
So, what did you find out that worked for you in the system of life? If it was a system or if it was a mentality or how you
Mhm,
looked at things, but what was that changed or what got the wheels
mhm.
turning?
Number one is credit, man. You can't do anything without credit. Like I bought my mom a car. The only way I could have done that was with credit. I got my whole family cell phones because they don't got no credit.
Mm-hmm.
Like all my childhood, I remember them living paycheck to paycheck, and I thought that was normal. Up until I got into college, I was like, oh shit, there's people that make a lot of money, people that don't live paycheck to paycheck, and I was like, I want that. I was like, all right, how do I get that? And then I started, but like every day, I budget. Like I don't spend. I barely spend money. Like I'll spend money on food and stuff. But like this clothes I have on, I bought it like a couple years ago. Like if I do buy clothes, it's on Black Friday.
Black Friday.
It's just like in order to make it, you got to save your money. Like obviously there's investments. That's a whole nother thing. But like personally, me, I just try to spend as little as possible. That's number one. And yeah, credit. You can't do anything without credit, bro. What else? Let's see. My mom's. I just can't think right now. But
Uh,
credit's number one.
credit's king.
Yeah, man, credit is king. Try to spend as least as you can. The more inlets of money you got, the better. Cause I think I saw this post the other day was like one stream of income is really close to zero. So what happens
Yeah.
if that gets cut off or you get
Uh-huh.
injured, you can't work? It's like, damn, you're right. I need to do stuff on the side. That's why I started doing Instacart.
There we go.
That's actually good. I think I saw this dude come in to Sam's and was like, man, I hate the new update. And I was like, what you mean? I haven't done it in like 2 weeks. And he goes, they just send you an offer. Because it used to be like first come, first serve. Like
Mm-hmm.
you see all the orders and you can accept them. You can accept anyone you want. Like I saw this dude, he was racking in 2,500 a week on Instacart a week.
2,500 a week
And he showed me.
after taxes and everything.
No, so Instacart, it's like independent contractor type of work.
Okay.
So they tax you at the end of the year.
Oh, so you gotta. Okay.
I think it's like what the 15% usually.
Huh, I wonder what that balances out
Yeah.
on that $2,500
Mhm.
check
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the week.
But it's cool you can deduct your mileage. I know
Okay.
I was tracking my
You
mileage.
make some of that money back. A
Yeah.
little bit.
But anyways, another dude was averaging 1,800, and he wasn't going as crazy as the first dude. On my first week, I made 500, and I was still figuring out the kinks.
Mm.
Second week, I made 600, and it's just like, damn. And all that money let me not touch my check, my actual paycheck from work.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was just putting in my savings, and I was like, dope. So that's what I started doing. Started figuring out different careers. I know, like I was a business. I didn't know what I was gonna do with a business major. I was just like, I just do it. And then when I figured out the nursing major, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for the nursing major, are you going into it because of the money, or is it because you actually are interested?
Both.
Both.
Both. Yeah. Because I mean, 6 figures like in Sacramento, it's cool. I mean, it's like the housing market, it's
Mhm.
getting less and less. But I'm pretty sure I can be comfortable with 6 figures every year. I get told that a lot. Like at Sam's, a lot of nurses shop there. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you should come. You should be a nurse." I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually a nursing mate." I've gotten there like 100 times, bro.
Mm.
Like, oh my, like, cause I always take care of people. Whenever people have issues, they'd be like, I don't like her. Can you help me? I'm like, I got you. I got you. And then I had to help them, and they'd be like, oh, you're so helpful. You should be a nurse. I'm a nurse. And then be like, oh, I'm actually a nursing major. I've gotten like 5 contact infos of nurses that are like,
Wow.
once you get your bachelor's, you contact me. I got you. I'm like, bro, I need to hurry up.
That's
But there's
cool.
no way to speed it up,
Yeah.
especially with these classes. They're hard.
Well, I'm sure they with the great interaction that you guys had, you come back, after some time and
Hopefully,
hey, you remember me?
yeah, huh? Start,
Remember I looked
start,
at you this way?
start,
Hey.
start yelling.
It's this angle. It's this angle. Remember the angle right here? The light hit me right here. Let me get my phone light.
Yeah,
See
huh?
right here? Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
Yes, sir.
You have a lot going on for your career. That's really awesome.
Yeah, man.
Seems like at first it started off like a Hail Mary,
Mm-hmm.
because all the requirements,
Dude,
but
100%.
you definitely are taking the risk for that reward, and I think that's very inspiring for some people to hear. Some people don't hear great, other people's stories enough.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely you coming on here and sharing that is definitely very beneficial. People are going to take something from this today, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. I wanted to get into a few other things. So we already talked about you're a music head, or recently got into that. Your bachelor's that you're working towards. Um, what other things that are you also doing on top of the career path, the daily work, and being, your fiance
Mm-hmm.
newly in, like, what other things are you kind of adding along the way? Are you still figuring that out, or is it like,
I try to well, those are the main things: work, school, and make sure there's enough attention and time for my fiance. Those are the big 3.
yeah,
And then the fourth one is my hobbies. So I like food and hanging out with friends. So I try to squeeze in my friends and food, like coworkers. Like,
mm-hmm,
I don't see coworkers as just coworkers. I see them as friends too. So
mm-hmm,
I'd be like, while I'm working, because I walk around a lot,
yeah,
I'd be like, what time you off? What time you off? What time you off? And then next thing you know, there's 7 of us going out to eat after work. And it's
wow,
hella, because you see the different side of people outside of work. Because me, I'm the same no matter where I go. I could be here, I could be at work, I could be getting pulled over by a cop. I'm gonna still be the same. Like, I don't change. So,
yeah,
and I try to bring that out of people, because I'm like, at the end of the day, like, you just gotta try to be you as much as you can to be happy. That's what I think. And I forgot where I was taking that, to be honest with you. Oh, you were asking me what else? Oh, my hobbies. So I like cars and food. I was talking about food.
mm-hmm,
I've owned a couple Mustangs. Um, I'm actually I got a couple other cars too, but I'm trying to sell those so I can get just one solid cool car that I can
yeah,
drive every day. I want a F-150, but like
mm.
not like the 4 door. I want the 2 door one with the small bed.
Oh man, you might want to see, since you're gonna be getting married soon.
Hmm.
Uh,
I think about that too. But
you
I'm like,
might have to get a little van, dude.
nah,
Get
nah.
you a cool like Chevy Tahoe or a Durango.
Mm,
A truck is cool, especially if you're moving from place to place.
mm.
I think a truck is a great addition. But when because I don't know, do you plan on having kids anytime soon?
Yeah, yeah. So my plan was I get my truck, and then I would buy my fiance like a SUV, and then
Okay.
hers would be like the family car.
Okay, so
Yes.
you've already all right.
Yes, I've thought about this deep a lot, man, because I
Oh,
love cars. I want to have as much as possible, but that's not
yeah.
it's not feasible. So
You're right. And on top of that, bringing a new life into the world,
exactly.
you can't, that's a lot of baggage right there to
Hmm.
carry. And there's no option there. You have to carry that. Everything else is just material.
Yeah,
You got to
100%.
sell some of those cars off.
Oh yeah.
I had to do the same thing. Like I sold, I sold 2 cars this year,
Dope.
and just letting go of stuff. I
Yeah.
still got 2 left, but we're trying to sell one pretty soon
Hmm.
once we pay it off, which we're just right around the corner.
Dope.
And then maybe getting another decent sized vehicle. Like
Exactly.
like right now we have one SUV. Well, they're both SUVs. One's like a smaller SUV, a little bit older. That's the one we're trying to try to get rid of.
Cool.
But yeah, no small 2-door cars for me anytime soon.
Yes, sir.
Once we sell the small one, I'm giving her my Ford. I have a Ford Explorer,
Cool.
so I'll be giving her that one. and that one's a 2014, 2015, one of the
Cool.
two.
Still good.
It's a new one. It's pretty good. And I want to get the car that I want, kind of like you. I'm gonna get the Suburban, Chevy.
Dang, those are
Yeah,
big body.
yeah.
Nice.
I don't like the regular bodies. Like I don't like the Tahoe size. I feel like the front is big and bulky, but then the you know the back end it
Yeah.
looks too
They don't
small. You
fit.
know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like having a girl with big breasts and small booty. You know, it's like oh my gosh, unproportionate.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want too much, too little anywhere. You want just right. I feel
Cool.
like the
Makes sense.
Suburban is just like big meaty grill, just like how you like it, and then you get that big size, that long size advantage too.
Cool.
I feel like
So
it
it looks
works.
proportionate. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes sense.
Exactly. So I think it's pretty cool. So, um, man, so about the Fords. So, what got you into Fords? Because it seems like you had Ford after Ford after Ford.
Oh my God.
All right, was there issues and you had to buy another Ford, or was it
No.
like I just want the new one or that body kit?
I
And then,
wish. I wish I had the money for the new one, but not. It
and
was.
where are you getting all this money too?
Oh
Because
man.
I know that didn't come from Instacart.
All right. So it started off. I used to want a Challenger. I still like
Oh,
Challengers, but I used to
dang.
want a Challenger because of one of the in the Fast and Furious, the fifth movie,
Mm-hmm.
they had this black one that was like wide body, and I was like, oh, I want a black one.
Oh no, I remember that one.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. And then one of my dad's friends was a mechanic. He had just fixed up a Mustang, and it was yellow. And he was like, if you want it, I'll give it to you for a good price. It was like 2,700, and I was like, bet. And I was like, and I bought it, and it was cool. It was my first car. It was bright yellow. Everyone knew who I was. Like all my in high school, all my friends like they would take pictures of buses and be like, "Is that Josh?" And then my junior year, a lady turned when she wasn't supposed to, clipped my front end, totaled my car. And I was
Seriously.
like, bruh. Yeah, seriously.
Dang, man.
Yeah, so totaled my car. Luckily, insurance paid for that. Saved up some money for a couple months, and that money, and I bought myself the 2005, the one we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That one was cool, but after a while, it was wasting a lot of gas.
Damn.
So I bought a different Mustang. It was a V6 Mustang just to daily it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that one. I just sold it recently. And then another one, I have a fourth Mustang. It was my friend's, but he broke it. And he's the type to like, it's broken. I don't want to see it. Just give me a couple little bit of money, and it's yours. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right.
Dang.
And then I got that fourth one right now, but I'm trying to get rid of that one. Oh, and then I don't know if you remember this kid named not kid, Sergio. He worked in the produce department.
Sergio, older guy.
Like a year older than me. Always
Ooh.
bumping music. Well, he had just gone.
Oh, Asian,
No, he was Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah. Well, he just went to the Air
Oh.
Force,
Okay.
and we were hella cool, and he was trying to get rid of his car. So he sold me his car for like super cheap, and I was like, bet. And that's all it is me getting good deals on
You know,
cars.
bet,
Yeah.
bet. Everything's
And
a good
I don't
deal
really.
if you
When it's
gotta
my
say
friend,
bet.
yeah. And then when my friends like I'm cool with them, so they don't like try to like get a couple. They just be like, yo, if you give me this much, you can have it. I don't haggle. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I hear when you want the money. Like that's how I be, cause at the end of the day, I know I'm getting a good deal, and if I like don't need the car no more, I can sell it and still make profit.
Yeah.
Like I just bought his car. I don't even want to sell it. Like it's so comfortable, but I don't need it.
Mm.
Like that's why I'm gonna get rid of it. But yeah, basically, that's how I get all these cars, man. And then my mom's car, that one I just paid for it with just my money from work. Oh my god, the insurance on that one is tough. That's what people didn't tell me. I didn't know about insurance until.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that insurance.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And the younger you are, the more expensive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I'm
Man.
paying like over 200, and I'm just like a month. And I'm like, oh my god. That's what I wish they teach you about insurance, credit, taxes in high school. They don't teach you none of that.
Yeah, you know why they don't teach you none of that, right?
I have a theory, like just personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because the people who invented the education system want people who go to school to stay low, but I don't really know the real theory.
Oh, you know, you're exactly right. You know, and also, you know, the term that gets thrown around all the time, the rich stays rich
Mm-hmm.
and the poor stays poor.
Yeah.
Is because of the education. You know, they won't teach you about how to make money and make smart investments, and you know, they won't teach you that how to buy land and really invest into all sorts of different currencies. And how a lot of the times the products like your T-shirt, how you got on the low on Black Friday, the stock for that is actually cheaper than the product itself that you're buying.
That's crazy,
And a
huh?
lot of investors would buy into the stock because, they would actually see a return on that profit before that shirt would ever, because you're not making no money off the shirt, once you put it on,
Mm-mm.
and so buying the stock for an investor makes more sense than actually buying the product.
Mm-hmm.
They never probably even seen the product, heard the product, or even owned it. But they'll buy the product, they'll buy stock into it before that,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty interesting. Or stuff that they already consume on the daily. So like you like Starbucks, you're a Starbucks man.
Yes, sir.
Sundays you're screaming and hollering
Yes,
because
sir.
that
Once a
damn
week.
caffeine.
Yes, sir.
Uh, so a lot of people they buy the stock from Starbucks,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where they shop at, and they'll actually make a return off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like you said, do you invest in the stock and stuff like that?
I just started this year.
Okay.
One of my friends from work was like, he would just tell me. I would ask him what he's doing, and I was like, dude, can you teach me? And then, like from 4 months ago till now, I know way more than I knew about stocks in my previous years, my previous 21 years. I'm like,
Hmm.
dang, that's crazy. I just learned what dividends were, and that's why Warren Buffett's so rich
Yeah.
because of Coca Cola.
Put your dividend back into investing. Don't take it out.
Yeah,
A lot
don't
of
use
people,
it.
a lot of or take a percentage out or whatever, but use that money, put it back into the
Hmm.
wheel, and yeah,
Just make the wheel bigger and bigger and
exactly.
bigger. I'm like,
You know,
wow.
they want the people who don't want you to make money. They want you to, quickly withdraw,
Just spend your money.
spend it, put it in, and pull it out. Put in, pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, there people have their own methods. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna get into that,
Yeah.
but some people know what they're doing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other game, a whole other system.
Different.
Yeah, you might know about stocks and stuff like that, and credit, everything. But now that you got that, now there's a whole other part to it. There's a whole back end where it's how to use that,
Mm-hmm.
how to use it to leverage yourself into a great position.
Exactly.
I think that's one thing. Like I think for the general education or for the general public, I feel as if they let you know of these things, so it's like they can't say we never told you,
Mm-hmm.
but they won't actually tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they'll tell you, like, yeah, invest in the stocks, or make these apps, more apps than ever about investing and stuff. But they won't tell you, like, all right, so look, put this much in, hold on to it. When the market goes down, buy in,
Mm-hmm.
hold on to it, and when it goes high, or if you see in a few months it's just been going down, it's tanking, it's going lower, sell it off, and you know what I mean?
Take a loss. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a whole other end that
Mm-hmm.
people aren't getting into for like the new people who want to
100%.
learn, because you might have the energy to and the time and maybe even the money to learn how to do stocks, but you can quickly lose all that if you don't know what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
now, and you just be giving the other person money who does know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just,
That's how the game works, unfortunately.
man, dude, tell me about it. But if you ask me, do I think it's wrong? I'm split on that, because here's the thing. I feel like if you're someone who's dedicated and you want to change your life and you want to get good at something and you want more income and all that, you want to, you're so tired at work, you want to be able to relax and do what you want to do. I think that everyone should find what
Mm-hmm.
drives them, like,
You're not wrong.
yeah, like maybe what drives you is different what drives someone else.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
you might have a V8 under the hood, that person might have a V12, and this person might not even have a V. They might have a bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
or four cylinder. Um, I feel as if the division between learning, I feel like not everyone is supposed to learn it too.
I agree.
I feel like if everyone knew how to do it, then there's no profit there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just the option. If you want to learn it,
Here it is.
I think you can learn it
Yeah.
if you work hard enough. And that, I think, just because you want to learn it, just because you work hard, doesn't mean you're going to get it. I think it should now that you want to do it, now you have to learn how to ask the right questions, how to not put all your money in and just Hail Mary it, and just do it right in small increments where you could see results, and get good feedback from it. I think it's just, but I don't think everyone should learn this type of stuff. Some people, man, like their day to day work is just enough for them. Like
Yeah,
as soon as they're off of work, dude, they're done for the
I
day.
agree.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of people,
Yeah, I see
especially
that
when
a
you get
lot,
older.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you don't have that energy. Like for me, for example, like as soon as I'm done with work, I'm in here and I'm a father, and I'm doing stuff, and then I help out with my wife's dance studio.
Cool.
And so it's like I do all sorts of different things on top of what I'm doing, and I realize, not everyone else is able to do that.
I agree.
And to be honest, I'm kind of like for just this setup alone right here and what I'm doing, someone else might not be able to do. Uh, and for example, for your life, I might not be able to do your life. The pace might be too fast. I might not be able to hang in there. You probably got so many different things going on,
Oh
and
my
the
goodness.
dedication and the mindset is a different beast. I wouldn't be able to fit in your shoes.
Yeah, man, it's tough. But
Yeah.
hey, you get accustomed. But no,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right about that part. That's like, it's not built for everybody. Like I got friends, nothing wrong with them. Heck, cool, right? It's just they don't have the same drive as me. Like we'll hang out, we'll go out to eat, we'll vibe, everything. And then they're like, all right, I'm gonna go play video games. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing video
Yeah.
games, but like for me, like I probably play an hour of video games a month. Like I'll play for like 10, 15 minutes every time. I'm just like, it's not like, it's cool, like it's fun while I'm in the moment, but I get bored real easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, man, see you later. I'm gonna hop off because I got other things to do, and I just like dot 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 dot. Literally, my life's just like dominoes. Like, all right, I'm done here. I'm gonna go here. But yeah, you're right. A lot of my coworkers too. I just clock out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home and sleep. I'm like, wait, but it's 12:30. Like, you're not gonna go like run some errands. You're not gonna
Right.
go. Like, nah. I do that on my day off. I'm like, nah, man. My day's
Yeah.
off to make money. That's what I do. On my day off, I try to make money.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I think it's good. I think what I like what you said. You said about how if you have one income, you're one income away from zero income. So it's like yeah, I look at it also like the saying, like, you're one step from the sidewalk to the curb,
100%.
and into the gutter,
Mm-hmm.
because that's literally, your life can go down the drain that fast,
Yeah.
and people don't think like, they don't think like, oh man, if I lose this, I don't have anything else. How am I going to pay the bills at the end of the month?
Exactly.
That's why I'm doing this, man. Like, I already talked to you, get it on all platforms, multiple, revenues of income.
Exactly.
It's just one thing I do. Of course, I'm not making no income off of this,
Mm-hmm.
but the goal is to.
It's an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I get to talk to cool people like yourself, man.
Appreciate you.
And a lot of people don't even have anything to talk about because, they only know what their daily schedule
And that's fine for
is,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to learn what your schedule is, I'll come to you. If I want to learn how to do, like for example, let's say you didn't have anything else. You just go to work and you go home, clock off, you're done for the day. Now, if I want to learn anything from you, it would probably be taking my stuff more seriously, really, at the end of the day. I know that's not you, but for someone who has a schedule like that, there's nothing really I can learn from that except that, okay, I just need to hone in what I'm doing even more. And I need to treat it like, all right, they hit the off switch when they clock out. Okay, that's when I keep my on switch on. I don't clock out. I just keep it going. Some people turn their car off and, it's done for the day. We're on the freeway. We're still going. And we're just, all right, well, there's a destination somewhere. We just, can't pull off, though, because on the sidelines, it's lava. We can die if we stop here.
Exactly.
Um,
There's days
Yeah.
sometimes where I'm just like, all right, I'm going to do nothing.
oh, man. Oh.
Like I did that because I took a break off of Instacart just for a little bit. And one of those days, one of my days off. No, it wasn't my days off. I think it was one of my days off. It was probably Monday, and I was just like, I'm gonna do nothing today. See how that goes.
Oh.
Never doing that again.
Dang.
Never doing that again.
You had a nightmare, huh? You woke up. You said, oh, my gosh.
I was just like, no, because I think I was tired.
Insurance.
from the-
Insurance.
Yeah, man, my rates. I think I was just really tired from that previous week. I think all of that previous week I was sleeping like 5-6 hours because I was just really busy. And then I was like, all right, Monday, I'm just gonna try and sleep in as much as possible, even though that's only until like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm just like just do very minimal, like just probably clean my room, like do a couple things around the house, but that's it. And I was like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Now, like this morning, I woke up at six in the morning and pulled all the weeds out of my yard because I was like, I gotta do something because this yard's getting ugly, and then
Dang.
all the weeds out. And then 10 a.m. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get ready. Should be at his house by 11, and here we are.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yes, sir.
You made it on. You're welcome on anytime. If your journey is part of my journey as well.
Hey,
And the reason why, you know, I started this podcast is because I realized that I know a lot of people
you do.
who are just like daily people. They're
Mhm.
like me, or they're themselves, which is pretty cool. And they got things that they're trying to do. Of course, none of us are
Mhm.
established. None of us are ever going to be where we want to
Yeah,
be at.
100%.
Even if once you get that F-150, you get married, you got the kid, the house, the dream house,
I'm gonna want more.
no weeds in the front
No,
lawn.
ooh, none of those.
You know what I mean? No more Mustangs in the
Yeah,
backyard.
yeah, exactly.
Like you're still not gonna be where you
Mhm.
want to be or where you see yourself.
100%.
Yeah, you have everything that you need, but what you want is something different.
Mhm.
Like yeah, you want what you have, but you all and you need what you have. You may have that as long as you have what you need, but we're never going to be exactly where we really want to be. Like I'm doing this and we're in the place that I'm at in the middle of downtown. Eventually, I want to have a big production studio.
Mhm.
I've been scouting them out, looking at them,
Dope.
learning a few things from them.
That's motivation right there.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
there's no book, dude, that I can just like, pop open and okay, and there's everything. But
Mhm. Cost. They're not gonna tell you cost. You have to
yeah,
do all that by yourself.
yeah, I'm trying to be like Tyler Perry, but a little different though. Like I want to make eventually I want to have. I don't want to say this idea actually over. I'm gonna cut that part. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
say it, but get basically getting my own production going
Cool.
and having various things going on in the
Cool.
inside. Generate revenue for the daily person who wants to do activities, and they could rent the space out.
Mhm.
And, whatever.
Yeah.
And the equipment and everything will already be there because I had already taken time and the failures and the trials to get everything right.
Mhm.
So other people can actually get on their thing. Because I realized, dude, like if you're not doing, here's the thing: you might got 10 things you got to do throughout the day. At least do one of them. And get two or three, get a few things done.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm quoting that from the last guy I had. Prince, shout out to Prince Toe.
Hey.
Watch that episode as well after this one. But yeah, so 2 or 3 things out of 10 things, so that way you're still getting something done. You're
Heck
still
yeah.
moving forward, and you don't feel like you're being in the swamp. You're not doing anything.
Facts.
Nothing. Even
Facts.
and here's the thing: even if you don't have nothing, this is like a mantra I've been telling myself. I think this is what helped me out get through a lot of walls that I hit along the way. Is I tell myself I have everything. No, hold up. Here's the thing, because I tell myself in my head this. So I tell myself this when I don't have anything. Like if I don't have any money for the equipment or whatever, or I ran out of ideas. I tell myself I can do anything because I have everything. I tell myself that. I actually tell myself that in my head. Sometimes I even have to say it out loud verbally because I just need to hear it. Because I have so many voices in my head,
Oh
and
my
all
goodness,
this.
tell me about it.
Yeah, and sometimes I have to say it out loud just to cut through that noise to hear it. And whether if it's true or not, just me saying that, it puts me in a different mindset, like a different category. It switches up the railroad tracks. Like when I hit the wall, for example, if I'm stuck somewhere or if there's something I need to invest into or buy some new tech or equipment or a new idea of how I could, get my stuff out there, whatever. I don't have what I need for something. But then I'll tell myself I can do anything because I have everything. Literally breaks down, it doesn't just break down that wall, it opens up a new door. Even if I can't break that wall down, it gives me a door on the side of that
100%.
wall, so I can go around that wall. I don't necessarily have to break down. I could find other ways. I could be more creative because I'm working around the problem if I can't go through the problem just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe haven't built up enough um, finances, or knowledge, you name it, or
Mm.
time. It could be all sorts of different things, and it'll help me establish everything around it. So when I do build that up, I'm able to knock a wall down. It's like
Mm-hmm.
going to the gym, like sometimes you just can't hit those two plates. You know what I mean? You gotta work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Start with one plate,
Yeah,
and then a
100%.
plate and a half, then go to two. It's like that. You gotta build up to certain things. Like right now, what you're carrying on and what you're doing with your schedule is what you're able to do right
Mm-hmm.
now. It works for you. But, as you move forward, you know, maybe you're not able to just yet,
True.
like you want to.
Yeah.
You may want to, but you probably can't just yet,
Mm-hmm.
due to several things that come into several factors. However, if I don't know, you could take it from me, or, however you want to do it. For me, when I want to be somewhere, I just tell myself I could do anything because I have everything,
Dope.
and I figure something else out. I don't get stuck in one spot,
Mm-hmm.
in the pothole. I just, I switch
Yes,
lanes.
sir.
So that's what I do, like. So what do you do? Like, do you ever hit potholes, and how do
Oh,
you
I do.
how do you get past that, like, in life?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what helps you out?
So things I do is I have like the notes app on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the smallest thing, like make a credit card payment. Like, I write every single thing down, and when I'm done with it, I just delete it. I just delete the little comment. So that's one. Another thing, when I hit roadblocks, cause like I'm always moving. So when I hit a roadblock, I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But I'm like, all right. I like literally just relax. I'm like, all right, so how can I fix it? I'm just like, all right, the only way I can fix it is this. Or if like I got a ticket, like a parking ticket, I'm like, shit. I was not expecting, because I watch my money to the penny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, there's more money in my account. Where'd that come from? I'm not just like, oh, there's more money in my account. It's lit.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, no, where'd it come from? Because like if it ain't like meant for me, I'm gonna have to pay it back later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just step back for a bit. And I'm just like, all right, how can I fix it? Is it gonna? If I get mad, is it gonna help anything? No. If I do this later, is it gonna be better? No. So just take care of it now. That's how I do it. Like a ticket. Like let's say I got a parking ticket.
Yeah.
First of all, it's unexpected money taken out of my account, and then second, it's like, should I wait till the due date and maybe forget and get penalized? No. I'd rather just do it now, get rid of it, and move to the next, and just try to make more money, or whatever the situation is, and continue on with my life. Is the audio good?
Yeah, the audio's good.
Cool.
I'm actually so what I'm actually doing is, um, which is I like how you cross off the notes. I used to do that. Now I just got all that stuff in my head,
Mm-hmm.
but
I try.
it's hard. It's
It
hard.
is.
Like sometimes, dude, like you'll have like a million things, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
you can't really focus in.
Mm-hmm.
You can't invest the time that you need into one thing for that one thing to work first.
100%.
That's funny. That's exactly that was actually one of my biggest problems, actually. Like, I knew what I wanted to do, I knew where I wanted to go, and this has been all my life. Like, I was never diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm pretty sure I have it, like 1,000%.
No, really?
Yeah.
How was that? Because like, I know you asked me earlier, like,
Yeah.
because I don't stop moving.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I got it from my
That's why I said you probably have it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
But like,
Who knows, man?
sometimes I'd be hanging out with people, and I'm like, hey, I don't mean to rush you, but I gave us time, but not like an unlimited amount of time. So I gotta be out of here by 2 p.m. Like let's say we start hanging out at like 11:30.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, cool. I booked myself with you till 2 p.m. So if you keep moving this slow, we're not gonna do a lot of things. So if you want to do some things, you gotta speed up just a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 So maybe I do. Who knows? Maybe next time I go to Kaiser, I'll be like, hey, how do you test this? Because I want to find out. Because I can't stop. Like,
They'll probably say it's a lost cause. Hey, good luck.
Yeah,
Give you a
man.
business card to
for real.
the. Yeah, no, that I think it's a good thing to have, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you
I
do
agree.
have it,
Mm-hmm.
hats off.
Should see, man. I'll be doing I would clock out at work
Mm-hmm.
and then log into Instacart, and then I'll get an order while I was at work. I would just chill upstairs in the break room until I got an order
Yeah.
at Sam's, for Sam's, and I just start going around with the flatbed, just picking up groceries.
Dude.
And then my coworkers be like, "Why you buying so much stuff?" I'm like, "No, no, no, I'm working. I'm doing Instacart."
So you're doing 2 jobs at the same
Right
time?
when I clock out, I do Instacart.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want, we can cut that part out.
No, no, no,
I
it's
don't know
cool.
if I don't want them seeing this and being like, "Yo, he making money off of us." Okay.
No, 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 no. It's
All
completely
right.
completely legal because like as soon as I clock out, I just do my own thing, and
All
that's
right.
when I clock
Oh,
into
you're right. You're
Instacart.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then so
All
like
right.
it'll be like sometimes like it'll take like 30 minutes. Like I'll be upstairs just chilling in the break room until 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a good order,
I feel it.
and then I usually I get lucky and I get one right at Sam's, so I just go around and I know where everything's at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm in and out. It can be a huge order. I'm just still in and out.
Money.
And then I just go chop it off real quick, and then I'm just, all right, on to the next.
Mhm.
It's
More
pretty cool.
Starbucks
Nah, nah, nah.
follows after that. Quick question.
Go ahead.
So, what do you think about this vaccine for the coronavirus?
Oh man, so at work we just started giving out the Johnson and Johnson, and they recalled it. They said only women, unfortunately, were getting blood clots
That's very
from the Johnson and Johnson.
wow,
So that's why I'm like, sheesh.
dude. Johnson and Johnson's supposed to be the
Like one of the big companies.
yeah, but it's
Exactly.
also supposed to be the more reliable ones.
Exactly, because it's a one-time thing. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess a couple.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was from us, but they were saying that a couple women got blood clots from it, and I was like, oh shit. So I haven't gotten it yet. I know coworkers have gotten the other ones, and they're just chilling. They're just saying the second shot is more like physically draining.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I'll take it eventually.
Mm.
I don't know why I haven't looked into it. It's not like I've
Man,
dodged it, but I
I'm
haven't
scared.
gone after it
I'm
either.
scared. I don't want chemicals in my body.
I agree.
I don't want chemicals that doctors can't even can't even say the word. They can't even pronounce it.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, come on. If you can't pronounce what you're injecting into people, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Like, and if I have to get this vaccine, I'm gonna wait until all the, to a few bodies, to a few people go through all the crazy symptoms until they figure it out where it's like, all right.
I think that's what I'm doing. I'm not
Yeah.
against it, but I'm just like not for it just yet.
Dude, what if inside of the vaccine they're actually sterilizing you?
That's you don't know that.
Ooh, of course, look, I'm just throwing it out there because you never know, man. Look, you don't know
You don't
because
know.
the side of like this vaccine got developed and made super quick, and they're already administering it. There's gonna be side effects that we don't know about.
That's
That's just
coming through.
exactly. We're gonna find out later on. It's not the now. Like the stuff that happens now are just some of the things we're finding out along the way. Dude, you got to give this stuff time, and of course, yeah, you need to run mass trials and just vaccinating and dosing everyone up with these.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you got to pump these people up with drugs to get the
Yeah.
results to see what you got to work on, right? Yeah, I understand that. It's just, man, like, you don't know.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
why.
don't know.
That's why my fiance's parents got it, but she hasn't got it because she read something that's like
You guys are trying to have a baby.
eventually.
I would not.
Exactly. She
You
was
let her
like,
get it
no, I don't
anytime
want to.
soon.
She said it. She was like, I don't want to do it because, I heard that it can possibly make you infertile.
Yes.
And I was like, oof,
Yeah.
that's tough. And we both want kids, so it's like, I was
That's
like, all right,
important.
yeah, whatever you want. Like I'm cool. You want to take it, cool. If you want it, cool.
Me and my wife were talking, and like, we want to have more kids. 4, 5, 6. Like
Oh.
we want a big family.
Yeah, same.
Big house. All that.
Yes, sir.
The only issue is because we don't have all the information, so we don't want to rush into just getting a needle stuck in our arm, and then that was the cause of everything else.
Yeah.
And then the reason why we can't have more kids, or the reason why there's a problem with our kids. I want healthy, vibrant young kids coming
Yeah.
out, and I
Makes
don't
sense.
want any issues because we felt like
of a
because
vaccine.
of a vaccine. Yeah, and dude, and that would be so wrong to bring in another soul into this world, another child with issues because of what the world put out and you bought into it, and because you were trying to protect yourself. But think
It's
about the
tough.
kids. How was that protecting the kids? So, and, you know, I believe in like herd immunity, taking your vitamins, eating healthy, and all that stuff. If we were all doing that, dude, like this stuff wouldn't be as crazy as
Mm-hmm.
it is, you know.
Well,
And
unfortunately, America is doesn't not the healthiest.
yeah, and especially, you know, the company I work for, man, we're just
Yeah, no, no, no.
bags full of it.
Yeah,
I love it though,
yeah,
but it's
same.
like, man, dude, like you eat
I'm
enough of it, it'll
mhm.
hurt you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm addicted to hot Cheetos, man.
Oh man,
Addicted. Like when
dang.
like I don't eat them all. I try not to eat them all the time, but like like
Well,
some
you
people.
can't. Isn't it impossible to just eat hot Cheetos all the like?
Oh no, like I don't try to like snack on them every day. That's what I mean. But like when people get frustrated and they're like, oh, I need a cigarette or I need just
Yeah, yeah, you're like
like
that.
I'd be like,
Ah.
I need some hot Cheetos,
All right,
man.
all right. I can make it through the day now.
Yeah, exactly. That's which is weird. I'm like, bro, why did I eat so many of these as a kid, man? Because now I'm like
Man.
every like I want to say every week I eat a bag. I try not to, but no, you're 100% right. Like I saw this post and it was like the vaccine is the equivalent of letting the smart kid in the class take care of the whole group project, and then the whole group is the rest of the world, and the whole rest of the group is okay with it. Like, all right, however it turns out, you're the
Wow.
smart kid.
Wow. I think I heard something from a video on YouTube. I don't know. You watched the YouTube video?
No, I think that was on Instagram. It was just a post. It was like it's the
Okay.
equivalent of letting the smart kid do the whole project and letting just be cool with it. I was like,
Yeah.
sheesh.
I heard that on YouTube somewhere. I'm reading, you know, reposts and
Mhm.
stuff. I'm pretty sure we probably watched the same thing. So, what do you think about the hate crimes against Asians?
Oh man, that sucks.
Sucks.
That's because like people over here are getting hurt because a country across the world. Just I mean I get it. It started over there, whatever. But it's just people over here shouldn't get punished for what someone else did way over there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think hate in general. That's why I'm more. I think I'm more because like you know with the you know the BLM and
Mm.
now the White Lives Matter.
That's the new thing now.
Did you hear about
No, I
that?
did
Oh my
not.
gosh,
Oh
dude.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
they I think it was on Venice Beach, I believe, or you know, I know it was in L.A. Uh, or Hollywood. I don't Boulevard. I'm not too sure exactly, but I know it was in L.A.
Hmm.
And they, I guess, everyone caught wind of a rally for White Lives Matter, and so all of a sudden now it's a KKK rally, and now
Oh
it's
my goodness.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people turn things into things. I'm sure. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know what the agenda.
True. 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 You know their intentions.
Yeah, it's just hate's been around. You know, from the
Forever.
beginning of time. You
Hmm.
know, there was always someone that was in power, and then there was always someone who was, you know, being oppressed.
Below them. Yeah.
Yes, and I just don't. You know, I get. You know, we have to break through barriers and make things heard. You know, and so like I'm with all of these things. You know, but when it comes with looting stores, burning buildings down, and more violence to ensue, I don't think there's anything productive about that.
I agree.
But you know, in a weird sense, if that has to happen for change to happen, then why can't we just exclude all the damage?
Hmm.
You know, and I here's the thing, but I think all that part, like the damage, the looting, and then the hurting of people and stuff like that. I think there are just people who are taking advantage of a lot of these things, like because,
100%.
for example, like since we have you know Stop Asian Hate going on, um, there are people who are on the inside trying to also that with their own agenda turn that into something else than what it represents.
Hmm.
Just like with the Black Lives Matter and then you know the White Lives Matter. I think there's you know there's other agendas
Hmm.
involved into that. I don't necessarily believe that the message is bad. The message isn't. I think that just people coming along. I think people want to be a part of something, you know, and so they jump in, whether knowing exactly what it really means, and just for that, or they jump in, not doing their research or haven't been through it, come in with their own idea.
And then
It
just take the
turns
steering wheel and just let's do
exactly,
this.
yeah,
And
and they
then
do something crazy, and then it ends up on the news or social media, and then next thing you know, now it's a hate group, a terrorist organization, you know, and
and especially the way
yeah,
the media plays with it.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. it's crazy that we're going through this at our time, dude. Uh, Hate's been going on. It's just, with the technology that we have, everything's just, you're
Broadcasted.
seeing it. You know what I mean? You're seeing all of it,
Mm-hmm.
unfiltered, unchecked. It's pretty interesting.
Didn't like a 20-year-old kid get killed by the police recently?
Yes, apparently it was. I think it was in the same city or 10 miles out or something like that from where George Floyd was killed. I think this happened in Minneapolis. Uh, yeah,
Sheesh. I
and
think
so something is funny that it's. I'm trying to, me and my wife were talking about. She knows more.
Mhm.
I don't know the specifics exactly. I'm not trying to mispronounce anything or say anything that's not correct, but I do believe that there was a young man, 20 years old, driving a vehicle, and I'm not going to get into the details, but was eventually tried to escape, and the cop mistaken whether it's a mistake on not knowing or if it was a mistake on the level of threat that was happening, which clearly it wasn't the level to pull out a gun, but whatever the mistake was, she pulled the gun out and shot him and killed him. Yes, of course you don't deserve to die because, whatever the issue. I heard that he had warrants and that the tags were expired and that maybe even had something in the window shield that alerted the cops for them to, pull over. I don't know specifically what played out in the type of order, but ended up with the young man dying.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Do you know more about this?
I don't. I just read a post. I heard about the incident, and then I just read a post that the officer and the officer's chief resigned.
Resigned, yeah.
That's all I know about it, unfortunately.
Wow. I guess I know a little bit more than I let on. I just, I catch things. I don't do my research. I hear from people. Then if I see it come across the feed,
Then you'll go into it more. Makes
just
sense.
a little bit,
Makes sense.
little snippets. I don't try to involve myself too deeply into the world of things. Cause look, dude, especially after seeing the George Floyd thing like recently, dude, that was just hard to watch. It was like I remember when it first came out. I think I was at Walmart or something, and it was right before I went inside and I saw that video, and dude, my whole day just was like, wow. I couldn't even believe it. Like this was all filmed, and it was just like, dude, like we all saw that, that was
Everybody did.
yeah. And then the way they switched so many details about the video and what happened, and then the cops who played a role. Now that was I couldn't believe that they were trying to protect them, and what I found this wasn't even interesting to me. What didn't interest me was, or what wasn't new to me was how they tried to protect the cop because they're always that's first priority. But for that situation,
Like there was like 4 cops, right?
yeah, what surprised me was that it was so obvious. The cops who literally saw him just kneeling there and they didn't.
Like yo, ease up or
Yeah,
nothing.
like you got 4 other people for help, and it was like, dude, he's telling you he can't breathe. Now, are you a human being at this point? Are you someone just doing your job? Or are you someone who has a control problem, which you can't let up on because you have to be right on everything? You have an ego, or, like, is it the R word for racist? I don't know. I think that there's an ego involved in there. Like, you see this big guy and getting him down. I think he felt powerful, like, I got him overpowering, man. I got help. So now if he does something, he screwed up. And I think he was just enjoying that attention that he was getting, and him talking like you saw it. You saw the video. It was disgusting, man. I hope my kids never see that video. But the realities of that, now for that situation, I didn't agree with anything like the burning of the police station and the looting of the targets and people getting hurt, and people getting thrown in jail and killed. And then the news station that they broke into, you remember that?
I didn't know about the news station.
Oh man, that was crazy. Some people, like some of the details get a little foggy when you go back but yeah, they broke into a news station as well and had a big old standoff with police. damaging police vehicles and all that.
I
And
saw that, man.
yeah,
I saw like people, um, going into Dodge dealerships and taking Hellcats. I
yeah.
was like,
I'm sure
dang.
you wish you were there.
Nah, I wouldn't wish I was there, but I wish I was
uh,
driving a Hellcat.
yeah, yeah.
Not
Legally,
unfortunately, yeah,
not illegally. Where
legally,
you
nah.
whip it around the
But
block a few times and
same
drop it
thing
off.
as you were talking about earlier, like people join the cause and then just steer it their
Yeah,
own direction. Like,
exactly.
but unfortunately, that's how change arises
Yeah,
in the United States.
for some, yeah.
Hmm.
I think some situations,
Some
yeah, it's not
situations.
necessary, but
Hmm.
I think for that special case where it was completely obvious and they changed it where,
Change the narrative.
yeah, oh, he, it was coronavirus or he had a heart problem and he was on drugs and like,
It's like what? Like,
yeah, and
just
so,
trying to pull out negative from
yeah,
wherever you can.
yeah, and they tried to blame the cause of death on so many different things.
But it was
Yeah, dude, like,
asphyxiation.
yeah, exactly,
Uh-huh.
and it was just obvious, like, that doesn't, like, dude, that was crazy. And in some way, like you said, some of that destruction, I think maybe towards the, cops have a hard job already.
100%.
I have a lot of buddies who are police officers, and dude, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
You
it's
deal with
not
crazy
easy.
people all day,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sure when you encounter someone who's a normal person, you treat them like they're a crazy
Mm-hmm.
person,
100%.
and when you're around so many crazy people, you're just used to that. You're
Mm-hmm.
not used to all these normal people anymore. Normal interactions, saying hello to someone, and the way you treat your neighbors.
True.
So I think that there's a separation that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Being human, there's a point where you just got to, do your job. And then there's a point where, okay, I'm a human being. And I think some people, they don't have a
Mm-hmm.
real, they don't have a balance to their personality and the role that they play in the life that they're living. Like obviously if you're a cop, you have a gun on the side of you,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on how you use it, you can kill someone. If you misjudge a situation, you could potentially put someone else's life, at risk,
Mm-hmm.
and you can take away someone's family member because of something you misjudged,
Mm-hmm.
a situation. Oh, I thought it was my taser. I think on that situation of what happened recently, I think it was a mistake hugely on both parties. I think what you got there was someone who they found that, okay, he tried to run and apparently he had some warrants too, and that was not good. You don't ever do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You just don't run from. Yeah, when you're young, you freak out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pulled over, and I remember when I was being young, I was scared too.
Me too.
And dude, like I just remember my voice was quivering,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know what was gonna happen. I've seen so many videos, and I'm just feeling like, oh man, I don't know what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen. And I just had this idea of what could happen in my head, and it didn't turn out that way. The
I
cop
agree.
was nice to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a few experiences where some cops were, you know what I mean. I had a few,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't attempt to run away.
I agree.
Which probably could have been me and a lot of other people, and I just, I just never run. I never ran. If I had a problem, I sat there and I think that's the difference. Some people, they deal with their shit right then
Mm-hmm.
and there. But for this, and then the cop, whether if it was a mistake or not, she pulled her gun out and she did shoot him and kill him. You did kill someone. Now, yeah, the mistakes on both sides, man.
Yeah, I did
It
see
can
that.
equal something like that, a bad result. You won't see a mistake end up. I mean, sometimes you got good mistakes. Oh, okay, that worked out. Like you're chasing after someone, you're trying to arrest them, and they trip and bust their arm. You know what I mean? And
No.
oh, I didn't have to, go out and run for another 2 miles
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
get tired and finally get him, and then he overpowers me because I'm tired, and then he takes me out with my own weapon, type of thing. Life kind of, oh, he tripped and it just fell right into your hands. There's good mistakes like that, but then there's the ones where you try to run, and then I guess something like that could happen, and I mean, it's crazy because some people, look, he made a mistake, he tried to run, she made a mistake and shot him. If he never tried to run, he would still be here.
True.
No matter what they found on his record, even if they had a warrant out for
True.
his arrest. He didn't. I don't know if I don't know anything about if he had anything on him, but
Mm-hmm.
he would have still been here if he had not tried to run. He just played their game now. It's just your game. Yes, I'm in trouble or whatever. Or am I in trouble? Am I? Did I do something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
You guys arrested me? Okay. All right. Well, when I'm in, when I'm in jail, we'll figure it out. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You got enough time still. You're 20. You know what I mean? Don't risk everything at the moment and trying to run away. These guys chase people for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You do that, it's like a squirrel trying to run or a cat, and you have a dog and you're just walking them on the leash. The dog's gonna go crazy, try to get the cat. Like don't do that to these dogs. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? They want to chase things, so
Mm-hmm.
and that's all they do.
Because once they get the green light,
Exactly.
mm-hmm. Makes sense. But that's good though. Looking things from non-biased perspective.
Yeah. I mean,
Really
I can only do that, man,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, there's always push and pull. There's, you get a little something if you give a little something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things are just like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Some people are so one sided, man. They don't think about like what the other side could be. They're wrapped around their own opinions.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty
I see
interesting.
that a lot.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, what about this? Like, what do you mean? What about that? They did this. I'm like, I understand that, but yada yada yada. And then they just blow me off, and I'm like, all right, cool. It looks like I can't have a conversation with you.
exactly.
Yeah, that's just what I end up doing. But yeah, I've had a few police encounters, and none of them. I think I got pulled over 4 times, and I've only gotten one ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they've been good.
Okay.
And it was just for like aftermarket taillights, cause he thought they were tinted,
Ooh.
but they were just aftermarket. I was like, he was pretty cool, but I always try to be respectful. Like, oh, is it cool if I reach in the glove box and stuff like that? 'Cause you don't want to just start moving, cause then they're gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I got in trouble because I had lights on my vehicle. Had I had the headlights. I had my LED lights that were already on there, and then I had like the washer, the where it shoots the washer, the wash fluid onto your windshield. I had those. Those had lights. They were like built-in LEDs, and then I had the lights inside my grill. I had like these blue lights. I could change the color, and yeah, dude, I had so many lights. I was just lighting up like a Christmas tree, and I got pulled over, and they told me, yeah, you can't have more than 4 lights, apparently. But the lights that I had, it was like blue, and like there's certain colors you can't have as well. I guess California is a little bit different than other places, but apparently they're pretty picky. I mean,
Yeah, they are, man.
yeah. And so, I had to be careful because, like, dude, like, I can't ride. I did all this work and I put that on my car, and next thing you know,
All this money, all this time,
dude,
and they're like, yeah, you can't have it. And
yeah.
It's like, bro.
Now I'm having to pay the ticket for it,
Mm-hmm.
So, so there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. So, gosh, it really is a lot. So, about Bitcoin, do you know anything about Bitcoin? Do you have Bitcoin, sir?
I don't.
No?
But I do remember in high school, I think Bitcoin was like at like 7,000, right? And my friend was like, he just really subtle, like 10-second conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, Bitcoin's a new thing, man. You should get it. And
Yeah.
then boom, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, because I was naive,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how everyone, like, I still have my old mindset. That's like,
Yeah.
whatever. Because like in poverty, you're just like, we're not spending money on that, because we don't look at the other side. Like, yeah, you spend money now, but you'll get money later.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Bitcoins him and his family had, and they sold at 15,000.
Really?
Yeah, they sold at 15, and they bought it like really low. Imagine if I would have taken his advice when it was at 7,000. I think what's it at now? What's it at now? Like 54.
Dude,
I think it's really high. Imagine like if I
Dude.
just was like, yeah, let me just sell my shoes and just put the money in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, that couple hundred might have been like a couple thousand now, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You never know. Cause like you see the big businesses, they're investing their money
Mm-hmm.
into Bitcoin. And it's really interesting because, for example, Tesla.
Oh, I heard about that.
You heard about that?
I think
What do you know about that? What you know
I
about that?
think I saw a post. It was an Elon Musk tweet that was a you can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Is that what you're talking about?
I believe, yeah, there's that too. Also, they invested to the SEC that they put $1.5 billion worth. They bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's a lot. That's a lot, man.
That is a lot.
And you're right. Yes, they start accepting Bitcoin as payment for its products.
It's crazy.
Elon Musk has been credited for raising the prices of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, through his messages on Twitter.
Yeah, no,
Like you
100%.
said, yes,
100%. I
quite
think
interesting.
one time he said, I think there was a tweet that was like, "Oh, Tesla stock is too high," and then it dropped like that same week, and then ever since then it shot up,
Yeah,
and then everyone was like, "This is why you don't. That's why you just let time do its thing."
yeah,
But yeah, man, that's crazy that they're accepting Bitcoin to begin with.
yeah. You know what's also crazy is so so they so they made more money. Okay, they made more money than what they make off of the cars that they sell. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is for 1 year. I don't know exactly the years or time,
Mm-hmm.
but they made more money off of the cars that they sell in Bitcoin already for the whole year.
Think because Bitcoin went up already since they
Something
bought.
like that, man. I'm not no
Sheesh.
Bitcoin expert, okay, but this is for y'all Bitcoin peoples to crack the code on. But
Yes, sir.
think about that.
That's
They made
crazy.
more off of their investment into Bitcoin than what their profit would have been selling the cars already
That's
for the whole
crazy.
year.
And that's the second income. That's the secondary income.
Dude, yeah. And oh my gosh. Now if that was not a smart investment, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
was. Cuz that's quite crazy cuz how could you know? That's the thing, like, you got to risk for reward, and a lot of times if you know what you're doing, you're educated, you got the blueprint
Mm-hmm.
or you got the down low information that people ain't talking about, something like that. Dude, cuz 1.5 billion is not no play money. Maybe for some people that is, I don't know. Maybe very few
Mm-hmm. No one
people.
that I know.
Yeah.
1.5 billion.
If you know that person, please hook
That's
me up,
for
man.
real, man.
Please show me. I want to be friends, best friends, man. I'll kiss their feet.
Just invested 1.5 billion. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't even know what they made this year, but I would actually like to find that out. So let's see. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I don't know. That's going to take too long. I'm not going to read all these articles.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot,
Dang.
but it's pretty crazy. And you heard about the Neuralink that he's going to do, right?
I got a gist of it, but I forgot.
Okay, so they implant this chip in your head, which on their end gathers data of the brain. Is like these little nodes that they attach to wherever part of the brain, and they're able to see and access information like your brain waves, and they're able to certain parts of the brain activate, or at least either activate or able to enhance or whatever. If they see a spike somewhere, I'm pretty sure that they can take the information down on that and they could raise the levels on that. For example, like I'm not too sure if they're there yet, or maybe that's the intention. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like make like you're having a good day. I'm pretty sure with that chip you could have an even better day. Or I do know that they're trying to make it where you can access information like that. Like how
Mm-hmm.
you have your smartphone, you got all the information. I'm sure they're trying to find a way where they can access that information. Also, I think it's for like people who are impaired with disabilities
Mm-hmm.
for walking or talking or whatever. Um, I think at some point they want it to be like telepathic. I don't know, man. Like
That's
it
crazy.
kind of sounds like it because like I think if you got a chip and I got a chip, and let's say it's like Bluetooth, let's say because we're dumb, we don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like Bluetooth, well, if I just send you a message through Bluetooth in my head without that's how I
Imagine.
look. That's
Oh
how I
my
look at it.
goodness. I couldn't even begin to fathom how
But
that works.
but think about this. What if it's all connected to a network now? Now let's say it's not just like Bluetooth. Let's up this thing. It's like a network. Okay, now I can access Instagram, your Facebook. I can access everything right now. I
bro.
could see I could see your profile. I could know everything about you before I even met you.
Just without even actually like
Yeah,
wasting the time.
exactly. I could just okay,
Damn.
facial recognition, recognized, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
And you just
These are his
see all
platforms.
that in here.
Yeah, he has a fiance. He likes Mustangs. Okay. All right. All right. All
Hmm.
right. And eventually, I think they want to make it where you can tell what people are thinking.
Oh hell no.
Invasion of
That's
thoughts,
that's
invasion of
dangerous.
privacy. I don't know. Maybe the government already has the low on that one.
For real.
They're probably like, "Yo, we got to get this just for you to be able to push through on this. We got to have that
For
part."
real.
I don't know. We'll
What if they
see.
already got it and they just went to Elon Musk? They're like, all
Yeah.
right, if you release this, it's cool. But if we release it, it's not cool.
Oh.
So we'll give you some money if you just pretend it's yours.
Ooh.
Imagine.
Ooh.
Damn. Maybe that's where you got that 1.5 billion.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look, we might be saying things that might generally be accurate.
For real.
But we just don't know.
Because everything's in the dark.
Hey, look, if you ask me, dude, by getting a chip in my head, I wouldn't mind. I'll put the chip in my head before I get a vaccine.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I don't
I'm
want.
not gonna lie. Put me on the network. I'll be the test dummy.
You'll be
You
the
fry my brain a little bit. But then I'll be like the one that day is like the first man with the chip in his head. How's your day going today, sir? Now, anything I say, wherever I'm at, I'm an instant celebrity, and it's like, yeah, today was pretty good, no headaches. I told myself I was gonna make some apple juice, but I ended up drinking orange juice, and it made me have a little zazz. And with the chip installed in my brain, I made it taste like apple juice instead of orange juice.
For real,
And it
huh?
just say some, and people's minds would be
It's just
going,
like-
"Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" Like I was having intercourse with my wife, and I felt it wasn't that great, so I hit the
I
switch.
turned up the notch.
Yeah, I turned.
Multiplied it by 10. Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Interesting.
I don't want either of them. I'm
No,
cooling.
that could be the new reality, man. Look,
True.
the new reality is people are. Seems like everyone has like OnlyFans account. I was
For
on my
real.
Facebook the other day, and I'm like,
They have one. They
yeah,
have one.
she was such a shy girl. What is going on?
For real.
Why are there three men in the background? Is she abducted? Oh,
Ass was going down.
oh. Okay, that's what we're doing.
Mhm.
Okay, click subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. No. Dude.
Sheesh.
That might be the new normal now.
It might be another social media outlet. I know.
It's crazy.
Who was it? DDG. Have you heard of?
No, what is that?
It's a person.
DDG.
I know. I think he was trying to make OnlyFans, but like not like that, just to make money, to have another income. I think he stopped doing that. I could be wrong, but they were trying to use that not in the way it's being used right now,
Mm-hmm.
and use it as a different income. But a bunch of celebrities have them.
Mm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I
Making,
wonder. Oh man.
making bank in a day. They'd be making bank. I'm just like, sheesh.
Imagine Channing Tatum on there just doing
I
his
don't
magic
wanna-
mic.
I don't want to imagine that, but
Jump on it, do it,
imagine
ride it,
just making
my
bank off these
pony.
older women with money.
Woo. If you're a girl listening to this, drink you some water, okay?
Sheesh.
Interesting, man.
Mhm.
I know time's getting close because you have a date.
I do. What time is it? Oh, it's
With-
2 o'clock.
Yeah, we had a date with wifey, man. Look,
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna hold you up, but hey, look, it was great having you, man.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate everything that we talked
sir.
about and you making the time.
This is pretty cool. Thank you for being the first person that puts me on a podcast. It's hella cool.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
look, you know someone now.
I saw the whole behind the scenes.
Yeah, he did. He saw the dirty roaches on the floor.
Nah,
He saw
nah, there was no roaches.
he saw the homeless people outside
I
sleeping.
did.
And
I saw two homeless people pass by me.
Yeah,
But, hey,
yeah.
whatever.
yeah,
I just live in life.
the heart of downtown, man. That's downtown life. You know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean?
is.
Got my scooter right over here.
Yes, sir.
You already know. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another podcast. Remember, tune in on Thursdays at 8 a.m. And for you guys on the social media right now, you're seeing it a day early. So consider yourselves lucky in that you should be
Hey.
paying for this. Anyways, y'all should tune in to the finished and complete version on Thursday at 8 a.m. And that's the time that I do all my podcasts on. Eventually, we'll be moving over to Spotify, Apple, Google Play, whatever one comes first, you name it. And thank you, Josh Melano.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate your time here, sir. So that's another episode. Y'all have a good one. Peace.